Hello, Ami. Up to bat here with Cyrus Cypress for another edition of This Was Halloween. What's our topic today, Cyrus?
The Haunting of Edgar Allan Poe.
Ah, yes. But I should point out that he never openly used the name Allan, as that was the surname of his surrogate father, John Allan. Poe always referred to himself as Edgar A. Poe.
Because they hated each other.
I guarantee. While Poe never discussed his views on the supernatural, he did once quip, "I don't believe in ghosts, but they have been chasing me my whole life." Our first ghost story begins in the Allan home in Richmond, Virginia, where Poe spent most of his childhood, which was established as a museum in 1922. Visitors will find a section of the building containing an original staircase where people have experienced feelings of a malevolent presence. Some have said at the top of the staircase they have felt a hand pressing on their back. No doubt the spirit of John Allan, who was likely angry that patrons have come to learn about Poe.
Quick, what rhymes with Allan?
Gallon?
The ghost of John Allan carries rage by the gallon.
That's awful.
That's genius.
Poe passed from this earthly plane on October 7th, 1849, and was laid to rest near a home he once inhabited a decade before in Baltimore, Maryland. The Poe House would become a museum in 1949, and renovations began in August of 1979. To commemorate the reopening, a local radio station planned a seance from 11 p.m. to midnight on Halloween night. Equipment was set up inside and outside of the house, and 5 people sat around a wooden table on the second floor. 2 policemen and 2 technicians watched from outside the seance circle, while another officer was posted outside for security. The event took place in the larger bedroom, which has a stairway leading up to Poe's bedroom. The curator, Jeff Jerome, commented throughout the airtime to keep radio listeners in the know.
Otherwise, it would have been dead air. Get it? Dead air?
Got it. At 11:45, several persons at the table looked up in unison at the stairway, but Jerome didn't know why at the time. After midnight, as everyone was leaving, Jerome spoke to the psychic and her husband, who told him that they were disappointed the curator would have hidden someone upstairs to make heavy footfalls. Jerome had no idea what they were talking about, then learned that at 11:45 those present had all heard the same sounds of someone stomping on the stairs. They told Jerome to ask his friend to come down now, and he assured them that there was no one in that room. The next day, the psychic called to say that she was fully convinced that contact had been made with something, but she couldn't be certain it was Poe.
That seance got me thinking. Can we use a Ouija board to order a pizza?
It's for talking to the dead, Cyrus, not the living. Other persons at the Baltimore Poe House Museum have claimed to see the spirit of an older, portly woman, believed to be that of Poe's grandmother, Elizabeth Poe, who died during her stay there. This spirit is benevolent, but another presence that haunts the house has caused some issues. A woman was changing her clothes in one of the rooms when a window suddenly popped out of its frame and crashed to the floor. Other reports tell of a mysterious tapping on shoulders, disembodied voices, and strange lights moving about, as well as windows and doors slamming shut.
Nobody knows the last scene.
Seriously?
Nobody knows but Jesus.
With that sour note, we will conclude part 1 of The Haunting of Edgar Allan Poe. Join us soon for part 2, which will spotlight the Poe hauntings in New York. If you are a true fan of Poe, then let me recommend the book The Haunting Quill of Edgar Allan Poe, a collection presented in his own penmanship. As the title suggests, it is a collection of some of his stories and poems presented in a font based on his own handwriting. Link below. Well, say au revoir, Cyrus.
Au revoir, Cyrus.